Alright, hey guys. Let's see. So I'm just doing this. Here we go. Here's the angle. I'm doing my presentation here on this blog because when I was sick, I tried to come back and do it, and there just wasn't enough time in class. Long story short. Alright, so we're going to start off here. I have not yet traveled to the Manila Town Heritage Foundation. And to give you a little history background ahead of time here, so from 1920 to 1935, the Bay Area saw 39,000 male Filipinos kind of come in and migrate and eventually kind of set up shop here in the Bay Area. But unfortunately, legislation forbid Filipinos from owning land or setting up businesses. And this kind of forced them, they had to remain transient. They stayed in labor camps and rooming houses and even hotels sometimes. So not really too much pleasant time in the early part of the century for Filipinos in the Bay Area. But fortunately, the Kearny Jackson Street area of San Francisco became a permanent settlement and kind of a convenient culture and contact for Filipinos. It was kind of the home where field workers could return to, where merchants, Marines lived while they were in port, and where distant relatives and friends could be contacted as well. I'm representing this Kearny Jackson kind of a neighborhood in SF. Let's see some more history here. So the immigration laws reinforced the role the International Hotel played as a family with the social protection that it provided. So while the Filipinos weren't getting much protection from kind of the state and the law in the United States, they could use this kind of stomping ground as a place where they could kind of know that they'd all be understood. The International Hotel became a symbol for an entire minority community where they could enjoy the security of their common culture. And in 1954, the International Hotel became significant as Enrico Benducci opened his original Hungry Eye, the Hungry Intellectual nightclub, which was next door to the Club Mandalay and in the basement of the International Hotel. This is where people such as the Smothers Brothers and even Bill Cosby got their name, real close to this area here. Some of the community impact. The mission of the Manila Town Heritage Foundation, at least according to their website here, is kind of to promote social and economic justice for Filipino people in America by preserving their history, advocating for their equal access, and advancing arts and culture. They also envision an inspired and self-sustaining organization that effectively and creatively enhances the Filipino community's capacity to shape social, political, and economic decisions in the community that they live in as well. And let's see here, the values that they subscribe to, this organization, the Manila Town, I'm messing things up here, the Manila Town Heritage Foundation, they're bridging cultures and generations, maintaining organizational integrity and respect, and encouraging critical conversations within our community. So pretty much really just activate kind of the community that's already there and that's been living in SF and probably in the Bay Area as well. And the particular exhibit that I'm going to go to is the title of it is Filipino Transnational Migration: Images and Stories from Aklan, Manila, and Hong Kong. And these are photos taken by James Sabredo. And James is a professor of ethnic studies at the University of Cal State University, Sacramento here, up north here. And through his past, his photographs and graphics have appeared in the New York Times as well as the Asian Week and Filipinos magazine. And furthermore, this is kind of a photo documentary exhibit that highlights the social and economic context of Filipino global migration. And in the future, I think they kind of hope to kind of encourage a fluid, flexible environment for gathering, remembering, and interacting as well. The activities that they have besides exhibits like this are performances, film showings, classes, and even just community events where you can just meet fellow Filipino people and people who are interested in maintaining and kind of preserving that culture. And lastly, I saw one of the questions that maybe would be good to ask on the handout was, how does this exhibit affect or relate to the Asian American community as well as myself? And I mean, it's kind of hard for it to personally relate to me, but I think it represents to me that kind of no matter who you are in this country, you can find. I know, right? It's easy for me to say this white gringo here, but I think it gives hope. It gives hope that you can find communities and you can find people that really do care, and that nonprofit societies and nonprofit organizations are still around and still want to teach people about kind of the cultures that are around us in the Bay Area, which, let's face it, there's a lot of different and diverse people in the Bay Area. And I think this exhibit in this community, the Manila Heritage Foundation, just is one more kind of perspective into that history and tradition. Usually we're used to the history books kind of writing themselves, or the rich white guy or the publishing company, kind of creating that history. And I think this gives us an interesting perspective from Filipinos, not only in America, but from the Philippines as well. And yeah, lastly, the location. Yeah, it's at the International Manila Heritage Center, 868 Kearny Street in Jackson, in San Francisco, of course. And if you want to contact them for more details, call them at 415-399-9580. And this particular exhibit is on Fridays, and they have ones also from Tuesday to Saturday, ranging from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. and it's free. They just kind of ask for a little donation. And yeah, if you want to get more information, manilatown.org. All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.